evening, good evening, good evening. It's Friday high day. Basking in the glory of hitting a final, going to work with a smile on my face, seeing the haters' faces, whether they support Arsenal, whether they support Arsenal, whether they support Chelsea. There's a lot of hatred going out, so we'll drop into that as well. But Rush, long time no see. How you doing, man?
I'm blessed, bro. What are you saying? What are you telling me? Another final, third consecutive year. We're getting to a final. It's good times. Good times.
And they're different finals. We had the would you say that the FA Cup is a bigger cup to win than Europa?
Nah. Obviously, it holds a special place in my heart, being that the oldest cup competition and all of that, and it's prestigious. But this is the second biggest trophy in Europe, isn't it? So only Champions League and league title come above this one for me. If we're to put everything in a pecking order.
In a pecking order.
Yeah. So it's been natural progression, in it. So we did the League Cup first, then the FA Cup. So this is next in line.
Have we jimmied it? Obviously we didn't get through the league position. We've kind of got there. We won the FA Cup and got into Europa. We got Europa. We haven't won it yet.
No, we haven't.
Our league form is still something that needs to pick up with
it. The less said about that, the better, Mr. B. No wins in the last 5, bro. I think we've got 2 draws and 3 defeats in the last 5.
And look,
so the league form is giving relegation. Thank goodness we've got enough points on the board, so we don't have to worry about it. But this is the light at the end of the tunnel, innit? Because it's been a very dark season. It's been bleak, and somehow we've got something to look forward to from the 21st, man.
It's mad. Look, let me say a couple of howdies anyway. Stephanie, how are you, my dear? I hope you're doing well. Solo, I did call you, but you aired me out, bro. But thanks for that anyway. Oh, thank you with my 3D glory.
Big up, Solo. It's been time, man.
He's still about, man. He's working hard out there, man. He's
doing us proud.
Boy. Yeah, no doubt, boy. Andrew, I hope you're doing well, man. Danny B, we see ya. King Dino, evening, matey. Fawn, I hope you're doing well, man. Smiling-ish after the win. Good look. It's good times. It's good times-ish, as in Europa good times. We're still on that vibe. We haven't come down. We haven't spoken about the West Ham game yet. So, yeah, look, it's still, the vibe is still there, man. Let's see. Europa League is about as... Oh, shit. Europa League is about as prestigious as winning a pre-season cup, but if it gets us into the Champions League, then I'm here for it. Really? King Dino, is that the level that you've got it at? Anybody else? Does anybody else agree with Does anybody else agree with that? Just out of matter of curiosity. You're talking to your cat. Right? Talking to your cat. Oh yeah. I caught you talking to your pussy, did I? Hey?
Good evening.
You wanna move that white thing out the corner of your screen? What is that white thing there? What's that? That white box thing. What's that?
What white box thing? Oh,
other side. No, this side. Or move your phone so we can see you. What is this? Other side.
What white thing?
The box. You cut yourself off. Anyway,
nah, Mr. B, you did him dirty, just brought him on, no warning, nothing. Because you would have seen him fiddling about backstage and just thought, yeah,
you're killing me, mate.
Let me just bring him on.
You're killing me.
Your camera's off, man. Your camera's off, man.
I know it's off. I've turned it off.
Yeah, sort it out. I hate Europa. You despise it.
Oh, you're killing me, bro.
Disagree. What is this? That's okay. Pipes, question. Obviously, we've had a lot of people in here disrespecting the Europa. We had it in an order. Champions League, Premier League. Well, I say Premier League, to be fair. That's the bread and butter.
Or both. That's up to you, and that's up to the individual. Obviously, a league is always harder to win than a cup competition. So, yeah.
Yeah, but then we've just had obviously we had FA Cup and Europa, and I would have put Europa League ahead of FA Cup in in order of prestige, but there's a couple, more than a couple of people in the chat who have no interest in it. So what's your opinion? You think it's higher, lower?
I think since they added the Champions League carrots, yes, it's definitely above the FA Cup. Before, even without, I think it probably would have been on a par, to be honest with you, even with the inclusion of the Champions League failures that you would drop in midway through. But definitely the game changer was when they brought the Champions League qualification into the mix. Because I ain't going to lie to you, that's kind of, as a supporter, low-key, when I started to take it seriously. Because, you know, Thursday nights, I kind of looked at it as like almost like a distraction or an unwelcome night, really. You know what I mean? Because you want to see your club play Champions League. You haven't made Champions League, and the Europa was like the kind of the dirty little, you know what I mean? The little undesirable that you don't really want to be associated with. But once the Champions League came into the mix, everything changed. And that was over 10 years ago. And nobody, I don't know if you guys have discussed this yet, but nobody seemed to have a problem with it then. All of a sudden, now that it's Manchester United and Tottenham, suddenly folks piping up about how disgraceful it is that one of us could make the Champions League having had such a shit. Listen, the rules are the rules. And what these clowns fail to understand is that we're not taking away a place from anybody. Yeah? It's not like when my club actually lost out on the Champions League due to Chelsea. See, my memory's long. I keep the receipts. So all this chitter chatter about, oh, you know, whether we're suitable or not, it don't cut no water because we ain't taking nobody's place. There's five teams are qualifying plus us, whoever wins. So happy days, really and truthfully.
I've got a question for you, Pipes. Which one was worse, bro? Missing out because of Chelsea, or you know what happened at West Ham on the last day with the food poisoning?
Oh, that's a good question. That's a good question. You know what? I think I would have to go Chelsea.
Yeah.
Because to be honest with you, the lasagna gate, to this day, I still think, you know what? That was just bloody nerves on our part. I'm still...
You think so?
Yeah.
Because that was a crazy incident though, man.
Yeah, it was a bit stupid. And I remember how that whole day transpired. It's like these rumours came out earlier on in the morning about some food.
Yeah, the chef's an Arsenal fan and that.
Yeah, and I dismissed that first. And then about, I think it was midday-ish around the time, suddenly it became, the stories got more and more, you know, no, there really is a food poisoning going around Tottenham camp. And then the game kicks off and the players look like death. And it's like, how can you, man, get lasagna on the very day you need to flipping beat these stupid little West Ham? So, yeah, I looked on that as just nerves, to be honest with you, and we bottled it. Totally bottled it. Yeah. But the Chelsea thing did great. You know what I mean? Because we've done our business, made top four, and then them little scumbags, I mean, 9 times out of 10, they're not beating Bayern Munich. You know what I mean? But the football gods, they have this in them to transpire against Spurs. And I just took it as the latest example of that. You know what I mean?
For real. Going into that game as well, yeah. I absolutely thought Bayern were going to batter them. And they really should have done. They had so many chances.
They should have battered them. But the football gods like to laugh at Tottenham and keep us down. And it transpires now, like I said, with other supporters, even when you question a few man already about the upcoming final. And who would you prefer to win? United or Spurs? Oh, nah, United. Because it's fun to see Tottenham still fail. So it's like these people really get a sadistic joy out of us continuing not to win a trophy. But in a way, I always take that as a backhanded compliment because obviously we're a club that is relevant to people. There's loads of clubs who don't win trophies or haven't won trophies for years, but it's not discussed. But Spurs, it's a big joke, a big laugh, and people want to see it continue. So yeah. I'll take that on the chin and say, yeah. So when people have this big club argument, for me, it's not an argument. It's not a debate. because the people have spoken. They love to see us still fail because we're big boys. So,
But you're not big boys. You're not
we
big
are
boys.
though.
But
Why
you're
do
not.
people,
You've got a big stadium. You've got a big stadium. Yes, granted.
Mr.
Yeah,
B?
but you're not big boys, and we're going to prove it on the 21st.
Well, you
yes,
know what?
you've beaten us 3 times this season.
Mhm.
I'm going to hold up my
We are
hand.
due a result against you boys. We've
But
been
there's
absolute pants this season
There's
against you.
no way we can lose to you 4 times in this. Even, like Sod's law and all of the laws that man will use, we cannot possibly lose to you 4 times in the season.
Yeah, law of averages, isn't it, Mr. B?
That's the word. Law of averages. Regardless of who we're playing.
The law of averages says that Tottenham should win a trophy after 17 years. There ain't no law of averages.
But you don't get to finals to win them.
Well, that's not strictly true, though, is it, though? We have been to finals.
2?
Yeah, there was the 2019 final, Champions League. And then that was it, isn't it?
What was the other one?
We have to go back to League Cup, 08?
Oh, he's frozen. He'll be back. No problem. No problem. He shocked him. He's trying to work it out, isn't he? It's no problem. It'll come back.
Yeah.
There you go. Back. Oh, what was that question? What was that, sir? What was that? He can't even answer us.
We need to move on from the trophy talk, man. Then his internet will sort itself out.
Yeah, let's talk about our relegation battle, innit?
Yeah, honestly, both of our league forms has just been disgusting. We currently sit 15th and 16th in the league table. They've lost 19 games. We've lost 16. It's a madness.
Yeah, I mean, look, can you imagine if we didn't have this?
Yeah,
as the carrot to keep us smiling for the end of the season, because we were losing it halfway.
Yep.
Jesus, man, it wouldn't be the
I don't know about you, Mr. B, but yeah, man, I've been scratching my head as to how we've got here. But thank goodness we have.
I mean, it's weird. I mean, the thing is, we weren't good in it. Even did Ten Hag take us? Did he play any games? We played a couple.
He did. He played the first couple of games. So he did help us remain unbeaten. I'm not sure if we won any games under him, though. I think we drew the first couple of games.
Yeah, I'm sure we drew them.
But shamelessly, we are unbeaten. So yeah, shout out to him as well.
Listen, it's not shamelessly. If we win it, and we does that classify as invincibles in the Europa?
Why not? I'll take any kind of victory, man. We need to go over the line.
Take it and accept it. You know what I mean? I don't know. First goes to final to flop.
And it's difficult as well now, Mr. B. Just looking at the league, man. Like, there's so much competition in this league at the moment. Even last year, there was about 4 or 5 teams fighting it out for that 4th spot, and only about 8 points separated all of them. And even this season, you look at that league table. Even if we were 10, 15 points better off, we wouldn't really be breaking into where we need to be.
No, and that's why it's mad how it's worked out, because even if we were actually winning games, but it wouldn't have moved us from where we were. We've been in such a mess. Oh, you're back. You're back, Pipes. Are you back? Hello.
Yeah, I think I am, but my phone is bloody playing up, man. I don't know, bloody hell.
Well, that's what happens when you're still rocking an iPhone 3, innit?
For your information, it's a double digit, mate. It's 11.
Okay, just out of curiosity, Brush, how old is the 11? Anybody in the chat? Can anybody in the chat tell me what the iPhone 11 was?
I'm an Android guy, man. I don't know about iPhones.
Yeah. There you go. But it works in the main, but I don't know what's happening tonight.
Sorry, yeah. So what were we saying before you cut off? We were talking about your
trophies and cups and finals and that.
Yeah.
You said finals. So so 2019, and what was the other one?
I think 08 when they won the League Cup.
Wait, no, and we lost to Chelsea as well one year.
In the League Cup.
Yeah, and we lost to you guys as well. Penalty shootout, wasn't it? In Poch's first season.
Was that a final?
Was that was that? That was
that?
It was a League Cup at Wembley.
Your memory's a lot better. Your memory's
Yeah,
a lot better than ours.
Poch's first season, we played you lot in the final League Cup, and I think you done us on penalties, if I remember, or you won 1-0 or 2. Yeah, but we lost anyway.
All right, so you're saying by your thing, then we're saying we can't lose 4 times in a season to the same team, and you're saying your law of averages means that you should be taking us out in the final, yeah? So as soon as we start talking about finals,
his internet goes.
his internet goes. It's gone. He's gone. He's killed him. Maybe when we come back, we don't burn his phone and hurt his ears by talking about.
Yeah, I just looked it up now. So their final was in 2015 against Chelsea, and they lost that.
And did we actually play them in the League
Nah,
Cup?
we
Yeah?
didn't play them in the final. No.
That's what I'm wondering. I'm sure we didn't play them in the final.
Yeah.
So what year? Poch's first year?
So that's
What year
probably
was that?
2015, but I think you lost to Chelsea,
2015?
though, bro. Yeah.
Chelsea.
Was that Chelsea? Yeah.
That was Chelsea.
Yeah. That's good. You haven't beaten us. Don't worry.
Yeah.
Don't worry.
Oh, we beat you in
We played you in the
09.
final before. No.
09.
Played
09.
Yeah.
There you go.
09.
Okay, so you've got history of losing to us in finals then.
In one final. Singular, not plural. One.
Okay,
Until the
so
21st.
are you
But
confident?
but listen,
are you
fellas.
confident?
But in all seriousness, I want you guys to keep this energy. Keep the lads, it's Tottenham. Keep we are Man United and we always know how to win finals. Keep the energy, yeah, because that could actually be your downfall. So keep it.
Why would it be our downfall? Why would it be?
Arrogance.
I'm not playing. I'm the one who's not playing. I'm arrogant because I'm not playing. I'm arrogant because I know that you lot won't do anything in the game. Madison, your creative player, won't be there. Son, he's gonna magically be fit for 20 minutes.
Well, the issue with Son is similar to probably the issue with Kane. I'm gonna be honest. If Son plays one, I think we've got 2 games before we play each other. Yes.
Yeah.
2 games.
Yeah.
Right. If Son plays one of those games and he looks semi-sharp, then he starts for me. Because
you guys have got Crystal Palace this weekend, followed by Aston Villa.
That's right. We've got Palace and Villa, right?
Yeah.
So if he plays in one, I don't expect him to play against Palace. If he plays against Villa and looks okay-ish, I would start him on the 21st. Yes.
But you hold on a minute. Question: how the fuck did you not get your game moved? What the fuck? What sort of skullduggery is going on?
It's fairness, bro. It's fairness.
Why is it fairness?
Because you have the 5 days break, so we should have the 5 days break.
Oh, is that what it was?
Yeah.
I'm ignorant to. I just got mad because you lot's game got moved. I didn't know what day it was on.
It's about both teams having the same day's break before the final, which I think is totally fair. Obviously,
Okay.
Villa.
Yeah, I agree with that as well, actually. And it's quite
Yeah.
nice that it's on a Friday. You got enough time to recover.
I mean, I think that's only right and fair. I mean, they really should sort all these things out before the season starts, to be honest with you.
No, because they never know who's going to get to. I mean, who would have predicted that you lot would have got to a
No,
final?
but at least make the provision, though, innit? Make the provision in case.
For United?
In case both teams make it. What do you mean for who?
It's
Oh,
difficult
bro,
to make all the
nobody expects you to
provisions,
get there.
though, because there's so many cup competitions as well.
Of course.
Yeah,
It's
with
about
the
juggling
League Cup
dates.
and the FA Cup and,
Yeah. But I think, I don't know. I don't think Villa are 100% happy about it, but
yeah.
who cares?
I mean, they care, innit? Because they're fighting for Champions League and that, so.
Well, that's what they should have done their business earlier in the season, isn't it? They
Mm.
should have to allow the game against us.
Sorry.
But yeah, but basically, you guys are feeling ultra confident, yes?
No, you know what?
I'll go on,
There you
Mr.
go.
D. I'll let you speak first, man.
All right. It's not an ultra confident thing. I think since before Christmas, I said we were going to win the Europa.
Mm.
Obviously, as the games go on, you kind of hope. It's more in hope. You say it more in hope. But as it was going on, and I think we've improved as a team. All right, our league results have still been shit, but we are playing better football. We're creating more chances. So I'm confident that you can't beat us for the 4th time for the season. That's all it is. I do not believe possibly that a team can beat us 4 times in a season.
I mean, all joking aside, I actually place 0 relevance on any of those games, to be honest with you. I mean, the first game was under 10 pence for a start.
Yeah.
And the other 2 was, he's just feeling his way in, Amarim. And
the League Cup game was a mazza. That was the 3-all.
That was a madness. But to be fair, that was Fraser deciding to make a game of it for you, man. Let's be honest. We did blow you away, really and truthfully. But then for some reason, Fraser must have had in his contract for Sky to make the game exciting. But having said all that, I still don't place any real relevance on those 3 matches, because it's a final at the end of the day, and it's on the day, innit? My only concern for my side, for my club, is that obviously I'm not going to deny that you guys have the know-how, you have the pedigree, you have the heritage, blah 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 blah. But at the same time, for my team, we mustn't play that. We must play the players or the club that you guys are now, which isn't the greatest. Let's be honest.
Listen, bro, I just need you to play that high line. That's all I need.
Well, I mean, and that's the thing that actually baffles. I mean, you're gonna get me onto this Crocodile Dundee now, and I don't really want to rant about him, but seeing that you've gone there, it's baffling to me and to a lot of Spurs fans. This manager, he's shown in Europe that he can be a little bit pragmatic, but he refuses to do it in the Prem.
We saw it against Bordeaux yesterday.
We saw it yesterday. We saw it against Frankfurt. We saw it against we've seen it in Europe. But he's steadfastly refused to play this way in the bread and butter. And that's basically going to end up getting him sacked.
Yeah, it's insane. 19 defeats.
It's madness. I can't work it out. When you watch us play in the Prem and you watch us play, all right, maybe the opposition in Europe is probably a little bit lower. But at the same time, it's about how we've set up. We actually look semi-organized in Europe. In the Prem, it's complete chaos. You've got gaps all over the place. You've got defenders bombing up as wingers. You've got midfielders playing as right backs. The thing's a mess. Yet you watch us in Europe. You got the fullbacks not inverted. You got the double pivot of Bentancur and Bissouma screening the defense. We look organized. So it's baffling to some of us why he doesn't employ this in the league. And then when you push him on it after the games, he still won't admit that he's adjusted. He has this macho, egotistical Aussie, it's my way, it's who we are, mate, and to hell with everybody else.
And it's already out there. He's already said, he always wins a cup in his second season and all that. So, yeah.
That's true. And as I've said, because I don't flip-flop, I don't, change with that.
Oh, have we lost you again? I think we've lost him again.
iPhone 11.
But yeah, whilst we're waiting for him to come back.
While we're waiting, look, Tyrone's got one here. The big question for Man United fans is if Maddison's out for the season. By the way, Tyrone, he's done. Maddison's out for the season. Sorry, Pipes, go on again.
Sorry, I was just saying, what was I saying? I forgot what I was saying.
Old age. It'll come back to you.
I was talking about Big Ange and the trophy in the second season stuff.
Yes, well, he went to the second season, and if he does somehow get us over the line in a couple of weeks, I will thank him and say, well done, Angie. But I'm still driving him to the airport and charging him full fare, because you cannot justify or erase losing 23 football matches in a season. You can't do it. So like I said, the Europa League, it would be great to get the monkey off our back. but that's as far as it goes. This manager still has to go.
What the hell is going on with this? Hold on a minute. Why has that come up? There's a madness going on my laptop. 1 minute.
Uh-oh.
See? So it's not my phone, it's yours, wanker.
What the hell is going on? What's going on?
It's not my phone.
There is some. Yo.
Right. So whilst Mr. B sorting that, let me give you where I stand on it all. For me,
Go for
it's
it.
not that I'm overconfident or anything. I just believe in our thoughts becoming things. So I'm more so just putting it out into the atmosphere, man. Trying to, make this come to fruition. Because honestly, like you guys as well, obviously our season's been absolute trash. And this is the only light at the end of the tunnel. The reason I will be confident, though, is because, like with you guys, there's nothing that I've seen in the league. But when you look at the last couple of matches in Europa and the dramatic fashion in which we've got there, I think that's going to give these players belief. And I know we talk about history and that, but, we got the FA Cup last year. We got the League Cup the year before. We got a FA Cup loss as well 2 years ago. So, all these succession of finals is going to give these players confidence. And they've got the experience of being there and doing it. And it's pretty much the core group of players.
Yeah, I don't deny this. Jumps aside, you guys in probably your shittest, shallowest period are still winning trophies and appearing in finals. So consequently, you have players, they know what it takes to get things over the line. So I don't deny that, and I don't go around it. But that's
the thing for me, bro. So that's what's giving me hope, especially the dramatic, the scenes against Leon. The way in which we came back and won that. You have to bottle that feeling, man. Like the players know what the assignment is now, innit? Even with Bilbao on paper probably the hardest test, and we made light work of them.
I mean, fair play to you guys. I mean, when all said and done, you are unbeaten in the competition. So,
and also, I don't know if this is going to be an added advantage or not, but obviously we've already played in Bilbao.
Yes, that could be.
So that could come in handy too. Yeah, that could be a factor.
And two other things. One, Ahmad. He's a killer for us. I'll be honest.
Oh, Mr. B. The difference is night and day, man. When he came on yesterday,
he's just, from what he did the beginning of the season, we was the whole team was shit, but he was the only one who wasn't shit.
Yeah, the shining light.
The shining light. He's now come back in, and you could see the difference when he plays. So the fact, if we can get him to start, my thing is getting him to start in the final. I'm not going to sit here and talk about Mason Mount. He scored 2 goals, 2 great goals.
Listen. You see that number on his back here, Mr. V? Out of all the criticism he's got yesterday, that was a number 7 performance. I'm not going to lie to you.
Yeah, it was, but we don't see enough of it. I'm not gonna put him in that category. But Ahmad, if we get Ahmad to start pipes, whatever position, whether he starts right wing back, which means that defensively, all right, we might be a little bit off. But if he goes for it and starts Ahmad in that position, then I think there's issues. De Bruno, Casemiro, I don't know what. I have no idea what's happened to Casemiro in Europe.
Hey, it's what he does, bro. It's what he does in Europe, man. Big game cat.
He's changing man's minds. We've been cussing. Last season, we would have said Casa, even up until maybe just before January. We're saying Casemiro, get out. Take cake. Nobody's moaning about what he's on now. And this is my point. If players perform for the club, nobody's worried about what they earn. But he's changed. He's definitely changed the manager's mind because he was out. He wasn't getting nothing. So whatever he's done, fair play to him. So I just think our form with the players picking up, the subs bench is a big thing for us as well. We've actually got subs who can change games. The subs that he made were perfect for us yesterday. All right, it's not going to happen every game, but he's now able to change. The only issue we have is that fucking pussy hole that we've got playing up front.
And even him, listen, with Ahmad there, Ahmad even got him to score, bro.
I would also suggest your other weakness is the fella between the sticks.
Yeah.
Did you see that non-save yesterday, bro? Pipes, you're a goalie. I've played in goal with you. So I know back in the day you were a top goalie. If you dive for the ball, brother, with both arms like this, how the fuck are you gonna get the ball? Surely you go with one extra arm out so that you can stretch.
I'm gonna take nothing away from that finish, though, Mr. B. That was a cold finish.
Fair enough. I understand. It was a cold finish.
I hear you. I hear you. Most goalkeepers I know would dive one-handedly, and he did it with two for some reason.
Thank you.
But, but that finish was cold. That's one occasion where I'm actually gonna.
The only issue that may actually help him get out of jail is that we don't bloody shoot. So that might be his saving grace.
That's good, because every time a shot's on target, my heart skips a beat with him in goal.
Yeah, we tend to play FIFA football. We want to walk the ball in net from 2 yards every attack.
For me, the issue really was, the misplaced pass, which led to that chance. Like we need to. That's the kind of thing we need to cut out. But the finish, take nothing away from it. Quality finish.
Oh, let me ask the two of you, because the debate's been raging already. Who needs it? Who needs it more? Who needs to win more?
We do. What are you talking about, bro? I'm not even. When I hear this conversation, I'm thinking, are they fucking mad? Bro, we're broke. We have no money. You know what I mean? We're
in terms of what they've got planning going forward and stuff as well. Yeah,
we need that. I'm not being funny. Your money's still going to come in. Spurs money's still going to come in.
But he's not spending it, bro.
Yeah, and this is why I don't
the feelers out.
Right, you don't need the money. And this is my point. You don't need the money.
He's already putting his feelers out. He's getting his minions to come on radio shows and chat shit about the cash that we don't have and the cash flow problems we have.
Perhaps you see the problem is with Spurs, bro. It's because it's run very efficiently as a business, and the Levies and the people, the higher ups, they make a lot of money off of it, and it's profitable and it's sustainable. But that doesn't correlate onto better football. You know,
have a chairman who basically his remit, and he said it when he came in. He's an investment. He's an investor. Unicorn an investment company. He then devised a plan where I'm going to get all these revenue streams in. I'm gonna fool the supporters and build this multi-event stadium.
Listen, the Chris Eubank Jr. fight the other week, top draw. Top draw.
Right. You got Beyonce coming in a month's time. You got Kendrick coming in a month's time. All these revenue streams are coming in to furnish Daniel Levy's back pocket, his partners, and create generational wealth for his family. The football club is not even an afterthought. So, as I said on the previous show, Tottenham's wages to revenue is 42%.
Which is actually very healthy. Very healthy.
You think that? What you think that's healthy?
I think that's healthy compared to someone like an Aston Villa, who's the majority of their revenue goes towards wages. Like you lot are run well. It's just that you don't spend enough on the team.
But bro, that's what I'm saying. He doesn't spend because he looks for players. See, the thing about Daniel Levy is that he's very smart. He will fool you, and when I say you, I'm talking us, the Spurs fan base. He fools the fan base that he spends money. So yeah, we'll spend £60 million on a Solanke, but Solanke's on a tenner a week. He's not on 300 grand a week. So the whole package, he's still winning because the package is low. You know what I'm saying? Spurs won't go out and spend £100 million on a player and give him 300 grand a week wages. He will never do that. And until Daniel Levy does that, we will always be in this vicious cycle of just, if we achieve something, it's in spite of him, not because of him, And that's
why you don't need to win, because it's no benefit.
Well, you see, I would argue, if I'm going to follow the propaganda that's coming out of the club already, we do need to win, because he's already saying that we have to sell before we can buy. So we need that Champions League money.
He's not going to buy anybody because he's not going to. My point is this.
I don't disagree with you, Mr. B. I don't disagree with you, bro.
Man United are looking. We're looking to sign. I mean, the thing is, I don't follow Spurs transfers. I'm strictly, on YouTube. All my channels are United based. So when it comes to transfers, I'm looking at the Cunhas. I'm looking at maybe Gyökeres if we qualify for Champions League. If we don't qualify for Champions League, then they've lined up the the bargain.
That's the other thing, isn't it, Mr. V? That's why this is imperative, because
Right, so
Champions League changes our transfer plans in the summer.
It does. It doesn't change Spurses. You know what I mean? Yeah, you're going to win the trophy. You're going to have your bus parade. Fine. You're going to be, you're going to shut down us. You're going to shut down all the other supporters. But future-wise, it doesn't help you guys, because even if you won, you're going to get the money for it. He's not going to spend it. We are
like
desperate for the money.
I can't disagree with you, because he has previous. When we made the Champions League, who did we buy? You know, he still shopped like he was at Poundland. So this is what we're dealing with. And as you say, even if we were to get the Champions League money, and he will cream it and put it in his back pocket. It's just bigger profit margin for him. Yeah, he's happy that Tottenham are in the group stages, so he can cream all the group stage money.
Especially with the revamps of the competition as well. There's 2 extra games.
Exactly.
He would just be there to just,
Exactly.
the revenue from the 8 games, and then keep it moving.
And that's.
But then, if you guys were there, though, do you think that would be detrimental to your league for next season? Like,
say that again. If what?
But if you do make it, though, do you think that will be detrimental to the league form next season? Because this is the one silver lining, right? If you do lose the final, you've only got the league to concentrate on next year.
Maybe, but you see, I don't think so, because I fully expect we have a new manager in place next season, and he will be of a higher caliber than.
I'll tell you what. I'll tell you who I like the look of. The Bournemouth manager. I reckon if you lot could get him, I reckon that would be.
I have him on my list as well. I had him on my list, but
Areola would be very good.
Yeah, I like Areola, but I also I'm looking for a man like, I know Mr. B's gonna laugh, but I don't care. Inzaghi. I'm looking.
Which one, Filippo? Because he sure as hell ain't gonna be. Sure as hell ain't gonna be Simeone, my friend.
Mills is Inzaghi,
yeah. Listen. As I said before, Tottenham is still a very big job. The only issue with the Tottenham job is the level of ambition that Levy presents.
And that is exactly why you will never get another top manager. Because you guys have had the Jose Mourinho's and the Conte.
We'll see.
And you remember that speech in it? You remember that speech in it? What did Conte say? The players. Where are the players?
Of course. And he was that's why that shows how stupid and brainwashed our fan base are. That man put a mirror up to our football club and spoke nothing but truth to power about
and look what he's doing with Napoli now, bro. He's 3 points clear at the top of the table. Right. He might end the season with the Scudetto.
Our stupid brain-dead fan base. Oh, he
potentially could be doing it with Lukaku and Scotty McTominay.
Right. So this is the problem. Conte spoke nothing but truth, but no, the Spurs fans, they didn't like what they heard. They want just we want our attacking football. We want our Tottenham back. So we get this guy from flipping Cloud Cuckoo Land, and yeah, we love him because he says mate a lot, and he kicks the ball forward. But football's a bit more nuanced than that. You know what I mean? You've got to show a little bit of strategy, a little bit of stopping the opposition and nullifying them. You know what I mean? And on a week-to-week basis, he doesn't do that. He's been doing it, like I said, he's been doing it in Europe, strangely, but he's not doing it in the league. So he has to go.
Yeah, but he might change. He might realise after winning the cup that he has to go defensive more. Be a little bit more pragmatic.
Why?
He's very stubborn, Mr. V. I can't see him changing anything.
No, the man's only 60 years old. He's too old to change.
You're never too old.
He's one of them dons. He's gonna die by a sword, isn't he? It's one of them.
And that arrogance and ego will be his undoing. It will be his undoing. So even if I'm telling you, I personally believe. Listen, I'll tell you exactly what I think has happened. I believe that certain moves have already been made. Now the talk is that Paratici is definitely coming back. So man like Scott Munn, Justin Lange, they are on their way out. And I believe that Postecoglou is also being told he's on his way out. So what will happen is that I think there'll be a mass announcement at the end of the season after all that, whether we win the Europa League or not, there'll be a mass announcement that, Postecoglou, Lange, Munn, they've all been sacked. And their replacements will be lined up in due course. And I think the manager may have already been chosen as well, the new manager.
Well, let's hope so. It changes, it doesn't change. Either way, I think your team doesn't change. If you win it, you don't spend no money and Andrew's gone. If you don't win it, you're going to spend no money and Andrew's gone. As I said, so I think it's more important. I think it's more important for us. Yes, we've won 2 trophies, but for United's future, in regards to what we can do transfer window wise, I mean, look, everybody's already bantered the club. Yeah, we're laying off staff. You know, for us, it's not a joke. For them, it's even less of a joke. But rival fans, you know, stadium full of rats, leaking roof still. You know, staff not giving them their free lunch. There's a lot of things that need to be done. Is winning the final gonna help us in regards to what we are as a club? No, because we're huge anyway. We're used to winning things, but financially, we can't lose the final. We cannot lose that final.
It will just help speed up what's to come, and there's a lot of work to be done.
Yeah, there's a lot. You know, I mean, look, we laugh, you know, and this is where the hatred from all of the rival fans comes from, and the media talk shite, as people are now calling it. You know, the Wenger, the pussy hole, the 2 teams that he hates the most.
And that's basically it.
Tottenham and Man United are in the final, and we've been shit. Yeah, granted, we've been shit in the league, but Tottenham were great in the Premier League. Not Tottenham. Arsenal were great in the Premier League. And what are they doing now? Sucking pussy. You know, they're going to be watching us in the final.
He basically just wants to remain relevant, Wenger. Like, because quite frankly, he just sounds like an idiot. Because as I said earlier on, this format has been the format for the last 10 bloody years, and nobody had a problem with it. You know what I mean? But because, like you said, it's the 2 teams he probably hates the most, United and Spurs, he suddenly wants to pipe up now and chat shit. I don't think anyone really takes on board what he says. You know what I mean? It's just salty bollocks, quite frankly. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah. It is what it is.
The hatred is real. It's beautiful.
Oh, yeah, the hatred is real. And the agenda is real. And to be fair, as much as I cuss Angie, what he was saying yesterday in the presser after I'm kind of with him on that. You know what I mean? It's like, because not being funny, for the last 5, 6, 7 days, all I was hearing about was that, I mean, I call them Baldy and Doyle FC. That's how little regard I have for them. And all I was hearing about, they've got this amazing home record. They've won 30 out of 35. They win all their games by 2 goals or more. Blah, 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 blah. I think to myself, should we even bother turning up to this game? It was like the lust and enthusiasm for Tottenham to mess up yesterday was so transparent. And then we do the job, and now it's, but you only had to beat Bodo Glint. But it's like, make it make sense. You know what I mean? So
no, but you lot went there with one mission and one mission only, though. The way you set up was disgusting. You were just trying your best not to concede.
Well, at the end of the day, you've got listen.
And you have to. I don't blame you for it. It's only fine with it. You have to be pragmatic.
Days ago, because obviously you have Maddison out, you have Bergvall out. That's all our creativity gone.
And also, it's not an easy place to go, bro. Unless you're like a Russian football team, yeah, that's used to playing in them conditions. It's not an easy place to go. They've got an artificial turf as well.
Like I said, I called it days ago where you've got to play a longer game. It wouldn't make no sense to try and tick-a-tack or play through the middle of the park. We ain't got no technicians in the middle of the park. So the game went exactly how I expected it to go in terms of the way we kind of played. But to be fair, it was still good to see us looking very solid. We was pressing them very well up in there. We weren't allowing them any room to breathe, really. And I'm watching it thinking, why can't you do this week to week? You know, it's a very strange one with him. But yeah, we stuck the place out because the first half, let's be honest, was a complete non-event. And once we navigated that first half, I think the players came out in the second half and said, you know what? They ain't nothing. This plastic pitch is nothing. And they just decided to, you know what? Let's impose our physicality on this little team. And,
is that how you expect Spurs to play against us with this back five? Would you? I mean, obviously
100%. I mean, looking forward, I would make a couple changes. I wouldn't play that team that played yesterday. For instance, I think I would start Tell, because Johnson, quite frankly, if he doesn't score, he just sits in the fucking stands with the crowd. I don't know what this guy does. And I would actually as well. I would still bring back Jed Spence, because Spence, for me, is still the best defensive fullback we have. Now, people were raving about Udogie yesterday. I thought he was pants in the first half. He played better in the second half, but for me, he still gets caught on the wrong side of his man. He still gets easily he's not very good defensively, Udogie. Yeah, and for me, because you will have, you got Garnacho, you got Fernandez, you got man that
Ahmad.
Right. You have man that's going to need to be kept in check. So for me, I would bring Spence back for the final, but he won't do it because he's bombed him back out again. So, but yeah.
So why, question, is that because your so-called better players are fit now? Because I thought Jed Spence had been playing well.
Mr. B, listen, he came in, Spence, out of necessity because of the injuries, and then he started balling it up. And then he had about a 5-6 game run, and he was smashing it the 5-6 games. And then I think probably the 7th game, I can't remember who we played. He wasn't his usual level, but it still wasn't poor enough for him to be dropped for the Frankfurt game. And yes, the Udogie and Porro came back from injury, but for me, Spence had the shirt. But for some reason, he bombed him back out again. So that's why when he chats this rubbish he was talking earlier, when they was asking about, he was trying to say he always rated Spence, and the reason he left him out at the start of the season was to test him, and all this kind of nonsense he talks. And then you forward it 5-6 months, he brings Spence in out of it because of the injuries, and then he kicks him back to the curb again. So he doesn't fancy Spence for whatever reason. But for me, Spence is the thing is about Spence. He can play on either side. Yeah, he can play on either side. He's a better defender than either Porro or Udogie, and he gets forward as well, just like the other two. So he's a better all-round player for me. You know what I mean? And he won't bring him back because he is fixated with Porro and Udogie. So, be it as it may. But I would, like I said, I would definitely put it this way. I don't want to see Richarlison and Johnson start on the flanks. It's one or the other, with a Tell or an Odegaard. But I don't want to see both Johnson and Richarlison. No.
So defenders wise, you're back to full strength then with Van der Ven, Romero.
Fair play. Yeah, I mean, to be fair, Van der Ven and Romero were pretty much faultless yesterday. I mean, I'm not Romero's biggest fan, but he played very well yesterday. You know what I mean? So yeah, when them two are at the top of their game, we are, we are a bit more solid. You can't deny that. But there's still a few tweaks that I'd like to see made for the final, but it's whether the manager will make them. He may go with the team he started with yesterday, but I think that would be a bit, I don't know. We'll see.
Okay, well, look, we've still got 2 weeks. We've still got 2 weeks or 12 days. Until. And
trust me, Mr. B, man's hitting me up. So that little conversation we had the other day, mate, about the clubhouse might have to come into fruition.
Yeah. Okay. Well, look, I'll sort it out my end.
Man's hitting me up and asking me what's going on. So
okay. Boy. Well, look. All right. I'll deal with it. It'll be good to have. 20 of you mugs there to mark. The smile of her. As long as you come kitted out. So I don't want nobody coming in a normal jumper.
I will actually don some
club colours
for the occasion.
Okay, well, yeah, I'll see what I can do my end. Obviously, you're gonna have to spend money in the bar, but we'll we'll sort that. I won't charge no entry fee. Just spend money at the bar and
No problem, brother. No
we'll deal
problem.
with that.
My credit's good.
I know that. All right. So just before we do actually shoot off, we've actually got 2 Premier League games left. I'm gonna put it to you this. I actually don't care if we lose both of the games coming up, as long as we have no injuries and he's able to put the team out that he wants. Guys in the chat, am I wrong for saying that?
Mr. B, I think I speak for both teams when I say that literally the next 2 games are just about rotation. It's just about making sure the key men are fit and everyone gets minutes. But yeah, just also want to wrap them up in cotton wool, you know?
I hear that, but I slightly beg to differ, if the truth be told, because I think it's important to try and go into the final with a little bit of momentum. I personally want to see Tottenham, if we can win, one of these 2 games or both of them, try and win them. Yes, we rotate. I'll keep probably Romero and Van de Ven. I wouldn't play at all for the next 2 games. But the rest of the side can be rotated. But I don't want us, because that's what we've been doing for literally since February. We've been sacking off the league, basically been in the games, and it's not on really, And I think to expect to turn form on and off is a bit of is you're taking a risk. So I would like to see us try and take a little bit of form into the final against you guys, because push come to shove, jokes aside, we'll need it.
Yeah, for us, it's been Jekyll and Hyde, man. We've been, turning up in Europe, but in the league, it is what it is. So I'm basically just using this to make sure the people that need minutes get a bit of minutes. Everyone stays sharp, everyone stays fit, and just trying to make it through.
100%.
I'm 100. I'm with Brush. West Ham got nothing to play. It's fine. I'm just not bothered. I'm just not bothered anymore. I want him to play Cheeto. I want him to give Mount a start. The players who haven't been started, the players who need the minutes, Ahmad, get him to start, whether he starts as a 10. He probably doesn't have to rest Bruno this game. I'll give Bruno a little 20 minutes at the end. You know what I mean? If it gives, West Ham the points to overtake you guys, fine. Whatever it does, I'm really, really not bothered. I don't know injuries. Ideally, Onana gets some confidence by making saves, because I think that he will be the weakest link for us in the final.
But as bad as he is, though, Mr. B, I think he is an upgrade on buying there.
Brother, my dead granny's an upgrade on buying there. He is a bag of shit, bro. It's mad. He made all of these Onana was making all of these mistakes. We saw Bayern play one game, he had a good game, and after that, it was like rotted.
And even that, if you're talking about the Arsenal game, had they had a proper striker and not Kai Havertz up front, he probably would have, conceded in that game.
He's a problem, but like I said earlier, because my team don't really shoot like that, you know what I mean? He may get away with it, but it'll be interesting to see if our manager does send instructions for us to have a few more shots at goal, because he's a weakness and he needs to be exploited. You know what I mean? So we'll see.
Oh, let's see. We will see. I mean, look, obviously, as the game gets closer, Pipes, we will link up again. I'm going to talk to Spurs, a couple of boys from the channel, to see if they've got the bottle to jump on here, and
I'll put the feelers out to the PR, the Pax. Mafia.
Let them know. Let them know that we would like a link up before the final.
We should reconvene after the final too.
Yeah, well, look, as I said, if they've they've got the balls to come on before, they have to have the balls to come on afterwards. Don't get me wrong. If we don't win, this channel is done. I'm gonna put it down. We're gonna rebrand. We're gonna start again with no subscribers. But it's gonna be whichever way it goes. I've known you. We've known each other 40 odd years, so my heart will bleed for you for all up, no seconds when we lose. When you lose,
and similar here, my brother. There'll be no empathy, no sympathy, no pity. You know me already anyway. That clubhouse will be not a safe place if we win.
And so I'll get the handcuff. I'll get the handcuffs ready. Where we might have to tie you down, boy.
I'm telling you, brother. Listen, hey, you're looking at a guy who ran out into the road where we won the League Cup in 08, mate. Yeah, disturbed the neighbours. You understand? So yeah, it's a problem. It's a problem.
Look, we'll sort it, man. And there you go. You're not used to it, and that's my point. You're not used to it. We are, and that's how I think it's gonna end. Whether or not that is how it goes, look, time is gonna tell. Obviously, you said we've got 2 games left. We both agreed that we actually don't care as long as our players stay fit. So there's no point in doing a reaction, a preview for the West Ham show. I might throw something out on the channel and get it up there.
Yeah, I hear that.
Short one.
I hear that.
But look, obviously, Brush. Listen, man, I know you like to come on the factual shows, and factually, we're in a final, bruv. So I knew that you was going to turn up today. You know what I mean? We didn't chat no transfers because that's imaginary, that's faith, that's like Christianity.
No, but even then,
I mean?
once in a while, I don't mind in it. So if you want to do that, yeah, feel free to bring me back, man.
Yeah, man. No, yeah, man. No problem.
The only thing I don't do is like the day to day. You know, in the summertime, there's paper talk.
Yeah, brother. Listen,
so.
I need to. I'll be honest. We're out there looking, guys. If there's anybody out there who wants to do, you know, our transfer talk, because unless.
But yeah, once in a while, if you want to sit down and have a discussion about summer plans and what I would like to see happen and what could potentially happen, then yeah, we can do that.
Okay, we'll do that. Yeah,
you can have Richarlison if you want.
No thanks. Would you like Rasmus Højlund?
Would you like Rasmus? Yeah.
No, but no, seriously though, I think that kid gets a bad rap.
Honestly. Fuck off! Look, don't. No, honestly. Don't.
No, I think he does.
Don't.
Listen, we've seen what a loan can do for Anthony in it. Anthony's rejuvenated, and I think that kid needs a change of scenery and a different league.
Different league, change of scene. Brother, don't do that. Like I don't watch no Tottenham channels. You don't see Rasmus. You see him against you. You know, we see him. We see the invisible man playing.
Nah, listen, I feel bad for the kid, man. I feel bad for the kid.
He's coming. I've always said the 2 things that have crippled him. He's coming to a struggling United side, and on top of that, he's got this ridiculous transfer fee on his head. It's not his fault.
Which isn't his fault. Right. But he was never that guy. We were just run by nincompoops who paid that fee, and also to make him the main striker at that age, coming off the back of a season in which he scored 9 goals in Italy.
Right,
it's insane.
It was insanity. If you paid £25 million for him, the narrative would be different.
It would be different, and he would be a rotational option and seen as nothing more than that.
But he would still be shit.
He would still be underperforming. Yes,
yeah. He's not a good player.
How old is he? He's 19 still, isn't he? He's 19.
Nah, he's a bit older than that. I think he's about 21.
Yeah, he's 21, 22.
He's not that old. He's 22.
21. Say 21 then. We'll go in between. 21.
He's still a baby then, really, ain't he?
Would you take Rasmus
on loan?
No, that's not why. Would you take Rasmus?
What are we talking? 20 million pounds?
Yeah, 20 million. Would you take him?
He's got a presence up front.
Right. That's the question. That's it. Done then. Done. You said he's got a presence. That's not why. Would you take him? He's got a presence. It's either yes.
Alone with option to buy. It's the best I can get.
Why? Option, not even obligation. So what that means is
option,
right,
bro.
Right.
What that means is you can go chill there on your bench for a year, and then you can send him home.
No. We'll have a look at him. We'll have a look at him. You know, because I'm not one. Solanke, for me, the jury's still out, and also we do need a backup striker, really. You know what I mean? So yeah, I would have a look at him. You
would be better off having a scarecrow. You see that goal that he scored yesterday? I did. He couldn't miss.
He could have messed that up.
He could have fallen on the floor and it would have bounced off his chest and gone in, bro. So I'm not having, if 20 mil is probably what the club's going to have to take for him. You know what I mean? And again, winning the Champions League hastens his exit. You know what I mean? And these are the things that I keep saying. There's a lot of things that it all comes back to why we need to win it over you guys.
He's not as bad as what we've seen recently, though, Mr. B. I just think we're seeing someone who's completely devout of any kind of confidence.
Yeah, his confidence is shot. His confidence is
Yeah.
shot. At 21, is still a bit of a baby, really. So it's hard to give a definitive
But also,
judgment.
some people are just not made for our league. You know, it doesn't mean you're bad. You just need to find where you fit in.
Yeah, and his league is obviously Italy. That's just the way it is. You know, he'll
see.
Yeah,
that's
look,
one to discuss in a future transfer stream, innit? Because you know we're hearing all these links to Victor Osimhen and that. Maybe they need an understudy for Lukaku. Hey, our exchange, Højlund goes to Napoli. Everyone wins.
Yeah, well, listen, things need to work out because it's not going to be a Garnacho swap for Napoli, so they're going to have to come with full cheddar. But look, we can talk about that another time. My Friday night is about to start.
Say no more.
Yeah, my Friday night is about to start. So, Pipes, as always, man, appreciate it. Talk to your boys.
Yes, brother.
I would like to do a link up, whether it's their channel, our channel. I know you lot are going to come with your chest. Wicked.
Nice to meet you, Pipes. Pleasure talking to you, bro.
And you too, Tyrone. Blessings.
Brush, big up, my friend.
Reconvene again.
Yeah, Brush, as always, man, we will get you back on. You know, I don't.
Yeah, pleasure as always, Mr. B.
I know, man's always busy and that, but I'm glad that you took time out for the Friday. And
yeah,
appreciated, guys in the chat as always. The regulars, you know who you are. There's too much to mention. Maybe not as much as I want, but look, that's how it is. Yeah, we will be going on the rampage. Trust me, Steph. I might have to come. We might have to do a little pub crawl, me and you, man. You know what I mean? Come the summer, we'll just, we'll get a game on. We'll have a rerun in the final. We'll be smacking them up.
No, and, more like Johnny and Sorrows, mate. Johnny and Sorrows. After losing the penalty shootout.
I can get you that Uber home. But look, as always, it's a lack of notch from me. A lack of notch from Brush, and he's saying blessings. You haven't been on the channel long enough. When we leave, we say it's a lack of notch. Don't worry, it's Croatian goodbye. So you'll get used to it. Don't worry. Get used to it for the next time you come on, just before you lose, and then you really know what to do when you come back on after you've lost. Yeah. So guys, look, it's a lack of notch from me. I will be back. We will be back Sunday or Monday, depending on what we feel like. If we win, then we'll be on. If we lose, then we'll sunk and say, we wanted to come back Monday because that's what we do. But Brush, as always, man, appreciate it, bro. Thank you very much.
Pleasure as always. Big up, everyone. Take care.
Wicked. Guys, everybody else, it's a lack of notch.